So black coding is a thing. Wish I didn't know that was a thing anymore. Hi guys, it's Luna, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what the fuck black coding is. How I wish my eyeballs could be ripped out of my sockets before I had seen that. Before I read all the things I have read on it. Now, this is going to be pretty short of a video, hopefully. I don't know, because I talk a lot about absolutely nothing.
Have you ever had a dream that you
But I think this is going to be a bit of a shorter video than usual because there's not a lot to say. I just wanted to share this information with you. And the one thing I was going to talk about that probably would have made it longer of a video is so frustrating. I don't really want to fucking think about it right now because I don't want to fill my mind with hate and irritation and anger and frustration. So now let's go down a journey of how I found this out and why I even took the time to research it in the first place. Because on the surface it looks like not interesting and I probably wouldn't have looked it up. But if you've been on Twitter in the past week or so, you would have known that Knuckles was trending and most people would think, oh, something about Sonic. No, if only. And everything I'm about to say, I'm saying with the knowledge, and I want you guys to know, this person already apologized for what they did. They understand their actions and how they were kind of being a dumb bitch. They get it. We don't need to hammer it in their heads or anything like that. They've made an apology. They're good. But I'm going to be talking as if this was just happening. So keep all that in mind. This all started because this dumb bitch thought it'd be a good idea to talk about race when it had nothing to do with her. And not only talk about race, do one of the worst things you can do in the art community. There are 3 no-nos that in general will get you canceled. Tracing, stealing or plagiarism of any kind, and fixing art. There are other ones, but those are the main ones. Fixing art is a newer one, I would say, but it comes off disrespectful. It's literally like if you made something and someone's like, I can make it better, and just snatched it from you and then made it quote-unquote better. And that's what this dumb bitch did. She found an artist who made a real version of the characters from Sonic. They were Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. But because they were all white bread boys, she was like, I believe that Knuckles is supposed to be black. He's obviously black-coded. So to, I guess, help out the black community or make it right, she took the art, made the character black, and said that she fixed it. And that people need to be more accurate when it comes to characters like this. Now, let me just talk about what she did and why it's dumb, just in case you don't know. 1, what she did not help anything. If you want to make a character black, white, Asian, anything, it does not matter. Now, to the black community, if you make a black character white, that's different. But if you're making an animal character, any type of race, it doesn't matter. No one cares. As long as the character didn't start out with black skin and you made them lighter or whites, no one will care. I personally don't care if you make them any color. I don't care if it's a black character being white. I don't care if it's a white character being black. I don't care if it's a green character being orange. I do not care, but other people do. So she did not help anyone. In fact, she made it worse, which also makes it hard for every other black artist because now we're all gonna get shit for making our characters black, whether they are originally black or not, and we're gonna get shit on for it. And it's just gonna spike up more racism because of her dumb action. The second thing is that redrawing something and fixing it, or taking someone's art, editing it and saying that's fixed, is a shitty thing to do. It's actually really gross. It's actually a terrible thing to do, and if you do it, you're a shitty person. Doesn't matter if you give credit to the original artist or not, you're a shithead. 3, this character is a hedgehog. I'm pretty sure. This is an animal. They aren't black, like at all. They may have their background coming or being inspired by African culture, which is a thing. And even they may have wanted to make him have like a black voice actor, but it's still not black. Still not black. Still not a black character. But her excuse was that the character is black coded and we shouldn't be changing it, and it's a whole thing. By the way, people did shit on her. Even though she, like, had it so I think it was only people who could follow her or something could comment under that post or something like that. Even though that happened, even the people who were following her were like, bruh, no, wrong, this is not what it is. And people were kind enough to be like, ma'am, you're not helping anyone. This is bad. Like, just stop. Like, just, no, sweetie, you're not helping the blacks. You're actually doing the exact opposite. Just put your mouse down. Put the mouse down. Issue the apology. Which she did also show the artist who made the original picture some love because they shouldn't have had to go through that, and don't harass the girl. She said a sorry. She gets that she was being dumb. It's all good. But she used the excuse black coding. I just kind of wanted to figure out what the fuck she was talking about, because I'm like, what does that mean? And I got kind of context clues from looking up people defending her thought process, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta look up what this is. And I couldn't find like a direct definition, but I did understand what it is, and I'm going to explain it to you right now. Black coding is when you take attributes of black people, or low-key it feels like stereotypes of black people, and put them into characters that aren't technically black, but you're putting those traits in them to where they give off the authentic black experience. And I'm saying all that in quotation marks, authentic black experience, where it relates to black people. Now, a lot of these indicators, as I said before, seem like fucking stereotypes. Oh, they got the backwards hat, the baggy jeans, they sound like this, they act like this, and it's like, doesn't make them black. Those are just stereotypes of what black people may do or think, or that's just a rapper. Any person that's a rapper sounds like this or acts like this. What are you talking about? What makes them black? It's like saying because I have braids in my hair, you're trying to be black. Like, no, I just got braids in my hair. Other people can have braids. There are different types of braids that go for different types of hair. Like, Adele wearing Bantu knots doesn't make her fucking black. And there are several examples of this. There's Piccolo, that one guy from Doug. People said Powerline from the Goofy movie. There are many other examples of people that people believe are black coded. And even people are saying, well, the person's supposed to have a black voice actor, so obviously they're supposed to be black. And it's like, so black people can only play black characters? How long did that one guy from the Cleveland show play a black character? Is he supposed to be black? Is the character actually supposed to be white, actually? In that logic. Like, do you get what I'm saying? They're just like, oh, you take a piece from a black character and use it in your character for not even that long. Some of these things were just like moments in the anime or show. And it's like, okay, is that supposed to make them black? I think if they wanted a black character, they would have just made a black character. But they didn't want a black character. That's kind of the point. You see, why black coding is a thing, in my opinion, is because they wanted a black character, but they didn't want to have a black character. They wanted the attributes or the racial stereotypes of having a black character. They just didn't want to actually have a black character and explore that part of that person, because then they would have to explore all of what being a black character is. Which isn't just the stereotypes of having baggy jeans and sounding like E40 all the time. It's more than that. You're going to have to go through that character's family and make them relatable. And at that point, people aren't going to do that. People aren't going to make a genuinely authentic black family with the cultural aspects of it and all that shit. They're not doing that. Of course they don't want to do that. Because that's actually going to the core of being in a fucking black community, which they have no idea about. They would end up just making another fucking white character with a cookie cutter family and shit like that, which somehow is tied to white people, but black people are, you know what, never mind. Again, we talk like E40 apparently. But in the end, they end up just making these characters that have those attributes but don't have everything else. Literally, as soon as I saw business in there, I got mad. I'm like, okay, this isn't enough. Like, it's literally like saying Pearl is obviously gonna be white if you make her human because she does ballet, and like white girls are mainly doing ballet. It's like, stop. Like, that's not how it works. You get what I'm saying? And it just seems like a harmful thing of like, even for the voice actors, it's like, oh, if you're playing a character that's not white, or any race really that's not white, you have to be that race. But if it's a white character, obviously they gotta be played by a white person. And if you're playing someone that's not even human and you're a black person, obviously that person has to be black or have black attributes. It's like, can't I just have a good voice and voice act? Why do I have to be like chained down by my race? White voice actors aren't chained down by their race. You know how many people I've figured out that were black or dark skinned characters that were played very much by white people? It was like white people. And it's like, they're good voice actors. I like their voice for the character. I don't even care if they're not black, but to be like, unless you have a black character in the show, can't hire a black voice actor. And to make up this weird thing, black coding, to make it, can't you just have a relatable feeling to the character and that be it? Okay, I relate to Piccolo because he's kind of cool. That could be it. But yeah, that's all I had to say. I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there because I've been kind of, I don't know. Again, there's that one thing that's bothering the shit out of me, but I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm over it. Anyway, with that being said, I'll see you guys later, BB.
We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made